Evening everyone, welcome back to some late night hypermine. How's it going? Right, so I have double checked and the mic is on. And we have got a whole slew of new hives. And we're actually going to be doing something today. I got my industrious breed bees, I'm very happy about that, and I've got a good amount of oilies. And we have these unusuals that I'm going to be turning into these various types. We also have a new set of Rockies, which I'm very pleased with, and this is going to be my breeder set. And what I need for them is Imperials. Rocky, not that one. These ones. Right, so what we're going for here, let me just show you exactly what everything is going for. So we have our oily bees, and they're good. They're okay. They're not too bad. However, can be improved. And how we improve them are by creating distilled bees, which are oily and industrious. So we're creating 2 new batches of those. We need to have more batches of industrious anyway because we're not producing enough pollen to create our alvearies, because you need a ton. You need so much pollen and royal jelly. It is frankly ridiculous. So we're going to get a new oily and a new industrious, and we will try and create 2 distilled. That's the point. That's why I'm doing 2 extra batches. Otherwise I would have just done one of these. And then we're going to be taking it and doing the refined. But that's not the only thing we're after. See, part of the goal is obviously to have as many resources as possible only come from bees. And that includes some of our metals. So what we're going to be going for next, or as part of this, is rusty bees, which are resilient plus meadows. Okay, not too bad. Resilient is imperial plus robust. Okay. A robust is a rocky plus a tolerant. Okay. Tolerant is rocky and diligent. Oh wait, I may have actually done that wrong then. Hold on. Well, we can leave that in there for now. But if we just go for imperial, we find out what they're used for. It's the robust, I think, is where I've gone wrong here. Yeah, because they're used for pretty much everything else. These are ones that I also want to get to. Relic from prehistoric. Okay. Just make sure that I haven't done anything strange there. No. Okay. What do we get for prehistoric? Prehistoric, primeval plus majestic. Okay. So that's not necessary. What it should be is my pure diligence. Not you. Not sure which ones those are. So that does beg a question. Should I? Let's take a look at what the other ones I want are. Lapis is a pretty important bee for other combinations. Resilient again. Right. So a lot to go on there. Did I show you how I resolved my power situation a little bit? There. I'm still trying to bank on getting my refined bees to get more oily combs, and then what I will be doing is dropping as many of those refined bees into hives as possible. I will probably create a little block of refined hives, hook them up to an automated system, and since we're a little while away at the minute, I'm fairly confident that that's not going to be too much of an issue. Making sure that that system is in place by the time I get to refine, because we're looking at least another day of breeding, at least. Unless I get stupidly lucky in the next couple of generations. You saw the Rockies there. I am producing 3 drones with my Rockies. That was with, here we go, see? 3 drones with that Rocky. That was due to some fancy little crossbreeding with a forest. If I was being even more clever, I would crossbreed with a wintry in order to get the 4. But we're starting to produce so many bees of certain types that I need to actually stop and take stock of where I want individual bees to go. We need to start getting organized. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this is pure. These are all pures. It's just that they've got differing drone numbers. I'm not sure why, but there we have it. Okay, maybe what I should do is take these and start to properly breed up some more Imperials. I keep doing that. I need to stop having torches in my hand. Okay. So the other thing you can see here is I've gotten a little bit more organized with my various bits and pieces. My chests are a little bit more organized now. Some of them may look like random collections, but this is mostly just drops. Stone, dirt, plants, stone, dirt, whatever. Ores themselves, metals, and other valuables. I keep doing that. I've got my backpack, so I actually need to keep one of them with me, and my various other bits of tools. So, we're doing okay, we're doing alright. I haven't remade greed as of yet. Now, what we need to start looking into is we definitely need to get a chunk loader, which not too expensive, really. So I think what we can do is actually make that now. So it does only take 1 ender pearl, right? Yeah. And 1 leather. Paper is in here. 2 diamonds and some obsidian. So we got a little bit lucky on diamonds, found a few floating about. So there was that. I was quite happy with that. It was a real stroke of luck, really. I haven't got much further with my Thorncraft. I have to admit, I have spent all of my time on my bees. In fact, I've rarely left this little area here, which is kind of boring. It's not fantastic. It's not good gameplay, really. Alright. So, let's just stick this somewhere. Can we put it? I don't want to really put it underneath there. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, so we wanted to cover the hives, but we don't want to. I don't really like using chunk loaders. They can stress the system out. I think we need to increase this by 1. And then we should be okay. Yeah. Alright. So now that that's taken care of, that means that I now have a little bit more freedom to actually go and do things. because that has been part of the problem. I haven't gone out and done things because I quite literally have not been able to leave this place because I've been breeding bees, and that requires the chunks to be loaded and so forth and such like. I really should stop quite possibly breeding these forest and these meadows. I need to really push on with some other species. There's a limit really to which to how helpful some species can be after a little while. The reason I have the meadows and the forestry is in case of a catastrophe, and somehow I end up with no commons and no cultivateds, which admittedly is ridiculously unlikely. So I'm not super concerned, but I have some concerns there. So we should end up with, yeah, we should end up with some nice bees. Okay, so the other thing that I want to look into is dimension doors. I have absolutely no idea how these things actually work, but what I want to do is on this top layer here, I want to have a set of doors that go to different biomes, because a lot of the bees that I want to make have biome requirements. Like, I'd like to make ender bees, and they obviously require the end. I'm not sure why that would be a proper requirement. You know, bees are adaptable. You can breed it out of them, and that's not too bad. Like, you can breed, I have done previously, bred modest bees that don't actually need the desert. They're just bred with forest bees, and that sort of just solves that problem. I'm thinking about building this thing up at least another floor plus a roof, and what we need to do is move all of this stuff out of here and into here somewhere. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So keep this around. Oh, wait. These bother me like you wouldn't believe. Creeper holes, they are a blight on my existence. That's much better. Okay. Sorry, I got just creeper hole. Had to fix it. Sorry, that's terrible. So I used to have a house out here, and that's all gone now. I decided it was time that I had to stop living in some little hovel and be closer to my bees, because they need me around. So we're not going to do a fancy thingy farm, forestry or whatever farm just yet. That will be coming shortly. I am so right on the cusp of being able to power myself with my bees, and once that happens, which, like I said, shouldn't be too long, certainly by next episode on Tuesday, there will be barring something going horrifically wrong, which, yeah, it's possible, but really unlikely. I should have a setup that utilizes my bees, and you'll be able to see how that all pans out. Hopefully it won't be too much of a disaster. Again, fairly confident, should be okay. I've played around a bit in creative a little bit. All I did was just shove 8 bees into apiaries and see what happens. And it worked out quite well. Okay, so night time. The top floor of this place is going to be for my room. Any machinery and industrial stuff, that's going to be down below. Oh, actually, I'm going back on a plan I made right at the beginning, which was to have all my portals in the second floor down. Okay, we'll keep that, and I'll tell you what, we will move our storage system to the next level up. With a view on the bees, so we'll be able to see them. Oh, that's nice. 2 pollen. Pollen takes a long time to get, man. I tell you. Yay, another oily. Oily combs. I love saying it, just oily comb. Go on, say it with me. Oily comb. Just roll it off your tongue there. Right. I guarantee you these are all... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. Hello. We got quite lucky there. Alright, 1 second. Because those were not... But, we got 2 tolerance. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Right, so, Rocky Diligent, Tolerant Diligent, okay. Well, we may have lucked right out here. Okay. No, let's go for you. Right. Right, Rocks is fine. Oh, I can't believe how lucky we were straight off the bat. That is fantastic news. I do have a bunch of pruned frames impregnated frames, sorry, in there, but the reason I'm not actively using those right now is because I actually want to turn them all into soul frames. I can't believe that. That's actually completely thrown me. I was expecting it to take a few more generations than that, but yeah, having it happen right away like that, that's just great. Alright, get rid of you. I definitely want to get pumpkins and melons keep going. I have started to use creosote for some of my creation stuff, for my carpet and forestry items. But I like having these things around, just in case. Right, and in here I have a hoe. And in here I have a bucket. So, no longer will I have to worry about all that stuff. I will be able to go in and just put down all my apiaries. I have lost the ability to speak English. Alright, so what we want is 1, 2, 3, 4. And this will be enough. All my wheat. And this will probably serve my wheat needs for quite some time. Okay. Then what we need to do is have another. So I'll have my chocobo floating about here. We need another row here. with that sometimes. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Sometimes my inventory just goes, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Joke's on you, pal. Now the thing I need to do is get a lily pad. Oh, there we go. So there's that one. And then over here, which is 2, 3, 4, yeah, this didn't count. This is going to be melons. And yeah, that works out, Perfect. Right. And now we get to do the fun stuff. I think this land will automatically have started turning back. As you can see, good amount of melons. We're going to need a ton of seed oil or creosote, and I'm imagining I will probably get a lot more seed oil than I will creosote before the day is done. Oh, yes. So, it's not super important right away, but this will be the rest of my apiaries in this particular environment. So, not too bad, lots of space, which is what we need. I need to have enough apiaries to have one of every type of bee. And not necessarily in this biome, because obviously there are some in other biomes. But I will breed out that biome requirement, I think, of as many of these bees as possible. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to worry about is dimension doors, and I've probably run out of time on this video. Let me just take the timer. Oh wow, 22 minutes, okay. Right. Let's go down here. So this is going to be my bee processing area, and it will probably link into here, which will be a hive alveary area with a output sorter. So all my output will be sorted and then processed in this area. And down here, this is the thormic area, right here, and I'll probably include an enchanting desk in here as well. And then down here will be my dimensional door area. Yeah, that works out. So, next time I will be starting up my power production via refined bees, not just distilled. I'm going to be using refined, and that's tonight's work to make sure that that happens. And then we will work on dimension doors together whilst I start that power system running. But I promise I won't start the power system until you are here and you can witness it. And that way you can know how exactly it works. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. You've been a fantastic audience as ever, and I will catch you next time. Adios.